Happy Tuesday, everybody. Remember, tomorrow is our key comic book of the week. That is where I go to my shop and I read all the first appearances that came out, and then I pick one out of however many came out this week and tell you why I think it should be the best and why it gets my thumbs up for reading. But today, on this lovely Tuesday, 6:25 in the a.m. in Pennsylvania, we are going to talk Little Big Books. Okay, and where they came from. So no matter which ones you get, this is the newer one, of course. It's a little big. This is like more like a softback here, like Star Wars, things like that. This is a real Little Big Book right here. Okay. These here are rare, but you can find them at flea market and stuff because a lot of people don't know what they are. This one is actually a very nice one. This says Little Johnny, 1939, so I know it's old. I'd have to look up. This is Whitman Publishing Company. Whitman had a lot to do with comics and art jewelers and stuff like that, but here's one of their books that they actually spread the Phantom. I like the Phantom. So behind me I have A through R, well not A, couple. And we have everything from Dick Tracy to the G-Man, which is, everybody knows the G-Man is like the FBI and stuff like that. Gunsmoke, The Spy, Jim Hardy's, Westerns. Know what I'm saying? I should have put my cowboy hat on for this. Jim Hardy. Ba-ching! Better pick up Hojo's on Sunday. Anyways, what used to happen is the reason that these spines are usually gone on these Little Big Books, right? They usually look something like this. Edgar Bergen. So there's your front. Back, but most of the spines are almost gone. I mean, you can't open it, but a lot of them were ripped off. They used to take these, and they used to Robert. They used to take these, and what they would do is the kids would. This one from 1940. They would read these, these are very dry, and that's why the backs would rip off, stuff like that. But they would read these books, and they would basically throw them in their backpacks or whatever, their satchels, whatever they had, they threw them in their backpack, and they would walk home from school or whatever, back when people weren't, snatching little kids up on the road and things like that. Back when times were good, kids went outside to play rather than on their computers in their mommy's basements. But anyways, that's beside the point. Little Big Books are very rare and very cool, in my opinion. Part of American history from the 30s and 40s. For them to make it through kids and the weather and the year, and to be read a few times, for the spines not to be broken off from everywhere, where they used to just throw them in their book bags, you know what I mean? Just throw them around, kick them around, things like, like EC Horror Comics, they used to roll them up, to stick them in their back pocket. That's why the rarity of them and the high grade is almost impossible. Same with the Little Big Books. I think that Little Big Books are one of the coolest things to come by. That and old wooden toys, where people used to actually sculpt them for their kids out of wood and the old stuff like that. So a lot of cool stuff. Things you just take your time. If you find some Little Big Books, it's a rabbit hole. You'd be surprised about Little Big Books. You find one cool one, and then you go to flea markets, antique shops, yard sales. You find 2, 3, 4 more. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of them. They're cool, man. They're a cool little thing to have if you have the room for them. But anyways, we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Show a couple of the little books off today. Jim Hardy. This spine it's kind of getting a little rough on this one. This was a good one. All right. This one is from, I don't really like opening these because they're so old and brittle. Like grandma. I'm not sure when this one's from. I'd have to look this up in my book. It's 1180. Very cool. Jim Hardy books. Tim McCoy, the Westerner. Yeehaw! I think he was actually a TV show as well. Little book. I call them Little Big Books, but they're actually big little books. The Spy, the Bronco Peeler. The Lone Cowboy. Very cool. Very neat. Just different stuff, man. We just talk different stuff. It's cool. A lot of fun stuff. We'll do toys one day and some other things. But yeah, get into Big Little Books. Tell me what your favorite Big Little book is, or how about this? Rather than that, tell me what's the hardest Big Little book in your collection. Well, tell me what. Sorry, it's early and I haven't had any coffee. Tell me in the comments if you collect Big Little books, which one was the hardest and took you the longest to find out of your collection. That's what I want to know. We don't have to talk about the history of it or not like that. You tell me which one that is. When I have time, I will get back and we'll talk back and forth. Thank you all. This is Jacob Kotolniski, owner of Crazy Jake's Emporium out of Pennsylvania. It's wonderful to talk to all of you. First thing this morning, and have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And I love you all, and be kind to each other. Don't look like this.